This is Pablolobo from thefwoosh.com coming at you with another video review. This week we are reviewing Bandai's SH Figuarts Lupin III and Fujiko Mine. These are recent releases, currently available in Japan, and you can get them on pre-order today at Big Bad Toy Store or Woozy or Entertainment Earth or whoever else is your local online provider. Lupin and Fujiko are 6-inch action figures. They're actually pretty close to being just 6 inches. They are a bit smaller than your average Marvel Legend. If you look at good old Daredevil here, he's half a head taller than Lupin and definitely a bit taller than Fujiko. Lupin and Fujiko, however, are good fits for other SH Figuarts lines. For example, the Avengers lineup, or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, or even better yet, how about some Bruce Lee? Fujiko is an all-new sculpt, not seen before in the SH Figuarts line. It's a very feminine figure. It's got nice wide hips. The knees actually are very close together, just like you would expect from kind of that classic damsel look. She's got small feet, long legs, long arms, and yes, she has, well, how else do we say it, but she is well endowed. The figure itself it's a great figure just to look at. The hair alone and the painting on the hair is absolutely fantastic, and I definitely love the face and a lot of the detail work that went into capturing Fujiko's cartoon or manga look. It's really a beautiful looking figure. If we compare her to the recently reviewed Bandai body figures, you can see that there's quite a difference between the two. I was wondering the other day if you might be able to take the blank body from SH Figuarts and maybe customize it into kind of a full, maybe a little more adult looking character, but I think it would require a lot of lengthening, especially maybe in the lower legs, definitely in the upper legs. And I'm not sure what about the hips. If people are looking for some sort of custom figure to fit into their SH Figuarts, I might recommend Fujiko, although she's definitely heavy on top for maybe a lot of looks. The articulation on the figure is actually really good. As you can see, she's got plenty of movement in the shoulders. There's the ball joints into the shoulder. There's, of course, the ball joint in the shoulder itself, which is somewhat of a hinge. There's a swivel at the elbow. There's a swivel at the shoulder, at the bicep. There's a hinge at the elbow, and of course there's the ball jointed hinge at the hands. She's also got a hinged upper body, and it doesn't really come down very far forward, but it has a good range of movement backwards. The hips in itself, or the waist section, has a lot of movement. As you can see, she's moving around rather effortlessly. She can go very far back, and she can go, she can go pretty far forward. But it's not a huge Spider-Man crouching or black cat type of look. The hinge joint up there, I don't know if you can see that. It's actually not the standard hinged hip from Bandai. Instead, it's much more like the SH Figuarts, not the SH Figuarts, the Figma joint, where it's a Y-shaped ball with the ball going up into the abdomen and then two balls going out into the hips. There is a bit of rotation and a hip swivel, but not much. The waist itself is a rubber piece, again, much like Figma, and you can see that you get a pretty decent range of motion. In addition, she's got hinged knees. They don't go very far back, so she can do a good sitting position, but she wouldn't be able to do, say, a great squatting or kneeling position. Her feet do have the swivels. They're ball joints. They have the swivels up into the into the lower shin, and there's also, of course, the rocker or hinge joint, swivel joint into the foot, and then there's just a standard hinge there. In addition to all the articulation, there are some great accessories. As you can see here, there's a number of hands, feet. There's even a couple of faces. She does come with a gun. The hands should just pop off like that. As you can see, there's a hole there and there's a ball joint there. And then it's just a matter of popping the other hand on, which kind of works. And you can just pop her gun right in there. Her face changes by simply pulling out the hair, pulling out the face, and putting in any one of the new faces. Ding. And there you go. Easy peasy. This is actually one of the easier faces to change. I've had some that are quite difficult to change. The hair gets stuck. The hair doesn't move. Yeah, but it's a good figure. She's stable. She can hold poses. It's got pretty decent range of articulation. Obviously, the hair does inhibit the head movement a little bit, but that's because the hair is hard plastic and doesn't give much. But it's not the end of the world, and you can still get some really, truly amazing poses from her. Lupin is a signature character from the series. You know, I would love to sit here and tell you that I remember the cartoon. I've been struggling to find it online where I could buy it or rent it, and it's been years since I've seen it. So my memory of the characters are quite thin, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the characters. What I am going to talk about is that Lupin looks like the cartoon character that I remember. It is a fantastic looking figure. I have had some issues with it, specifically with the range of motion of the shoulders, and I'll get into that in a second. As you can see, this is Lupin. He's got skinny little legs, he's got his boots, he's got his signature blue jacket, he's got the red tie. It's really, really a great looking figure. There's very little negative to say about it. He's so much fun to pose. The hips, I wanted to point out, unlike Fujiko, who doesn't have that drop-down hinge, extra hinge, Lupin has that. And it just gives a little bit more extra posing. In addition, it comes under the waist section. The waist section is hard plastic, which Fujiko's was soft plastic and had a lot of give. Articulation-wise, Lupin is almost the same as Fujiko. It's got the ball-jointed shoulders, got the hinge in the shoulder, also has the swivel in the shoulder there, so you can get a little bit more forward and backward. Has a hinged elbow and has the ball-jointed swivel hinge wrist. One thing about the shoulder is that the plastic part of the coat can inhibit the movement or make it difficult to do what I call the hanging on a cross look. Here it's okay, but I'm not sure if you can quite hear, but there's a little bit of a squeaking noise in those shoulders. I did zap the right one with WD-40, and it seems to have taken care of a lot of the sound, but it's still a little difficult kind of popping his shoulder into place. I'm not sure if it's just mine or if it's in general, but I can definitely see that it's somewhat tough getting those arms out. He's got a double ball jointed neck or head. The head, of course, sits on a ball joint, as you can see here, and the neck, of course, sits on another one, allowing for a lot of movement. You can put his head up and you can put his head back. He's got a ball-jointed abdomen and he's got a ball-jointed waist. The abdomen and waist, not a lot of movement, but definitely enough. Going backwards, the jacket really inhibits any type of movement. As I mentioned earlier, the hips are great. It's the standard, what I call the standard SH Figuarts hip, with the jointed crotch so that you can go up and down with the hip. There's also a bit of a swivel in there, definitely more range of movement than Fujiko. There's also the ball-jointed, I call it ball-jointed, but it's actually a hinged knee. And then the feet are a little different. They are not the hinged ball-jointed, they are just ball joints. there's a good range of movement on there, but it's a pretty fantastic range of movement if I talk about it honestly. But it's not great as compared to, say, a standard hinge joint. And then of course the toes are hinged. Lupin, like Fujiko, comes with a great range of accessories. He's got his little wristband thingies, which apparently shoot out handcuffs, as you can see here. And how it all attaches and how it all goes together, I really don't know. I haven't played around with it enough, and I'm pretty certain that if I continue to play around with it right now, I'll break it. But it looks like on this one there's a little bit of a peg, and you simply just pop that part in. Oh God, I thought I broke it. It's an actual wire. Look at that. That is a wire. That's fantastic. So that would attach onto his wrist, which you could easily just pop off. Right? There you go. And you put that on over there. And then we need a hand. So let's just take what we think is a shooting hand, right? And then we will pop that back on like that. Shooting at you. Spider-Man. He's also got a gun and a shooting hand, an actual trigger finger hand, and that would pop on like this. And of course he comes with a gun, and that gun just happens to be Megatron in his gun form, which is really, really cool. Look at that. He also comes with a couple of heads, as you can see here, and his head should pop off rather easily. There is a neck peg there, and there is a neck peg ball joint in the other heads, and that should just simply pop right on. And now he's winking at you while he's shooting you and trying to capture you with his bracelet. And then of course he's got smiley face head, right? Hey, I'm smiling at you and I'm not cheesy or freaky or creepy at all. And finally he has laughing head. I like the laughing heads. Laughing heads are always good. They make for a lot of fun pictures and a lot of fun scenes around the house. Well, as mentioned before, these figures are available in Japan, and they are up for pre-order on various sites like Big Bad Toy Store. I really can't recommend them enough. They are fantastic figures. Yes, they are cartoon looking. They are anime looking, they are manga looking, but they capture the look and feel and spirit of those characters to a T. Bandai has really done another fantastic job on their SH Figuarts line. Thanks for tuning in and watching this video review of SH Figuarts, Lupin, and Fujiko, and join us next time.